So how much do you think in general an Amazon corporate person makes?
I don't know. What do you think? Probably 100,000 a year.
100 160,000
150.
is the
160.
average. 160 is the average for an Amazon worker who's in corporate and tech. So, you
Wow.
know, of course, they can't live off that. They can't live off that. These Amazon corporate and tech workers, while the actual warehouse workers that are actually producing the labor and making all the money for Jeff Bezos to put his dick, shuttle his dick rocket to space, they are pissing in bottles, shitting in bags. I've met ones that are homeless. Well, it's been announced Amazon is raising its base salary to $350,000 for corporate and tech workers. Amazon will raise its maximum base pay for corporate and tech workers to $350,000 from $160,000. The move is intended to bring Amazon in line with competitors like Google, Facebook, Apple, and Microsoft, and to help ensure the company retains employees and recruits top talent. The war for tech talent has seen average tech salaries exceeding six figures for the first time last year. So,
Wow.
what's interesting about that? Let's juxtapose that. Now you have Jeff Bezos is literally in the Netherlands. Okay. Uh, Thousands of Dutch vow to pelt Jeff Bezos' super yacht with rotten eggs. Have you heard this? So
Yeah.
Dutch preservationists said they will bombard Jeff Bezos' super yacht with rotten eggs if the city of Rotterdam follows through with reported plans to dismantle a section of a 140-year-old bridge to make way for the Amazon founder's 500 million vessel. So on one hand, we have Amazon tech and corporate workers. They weren't making enough, so now we're going up to 150 grand. Excuse me, 350 grand for them. And Jeff Bezos needs to destroy a historical bridge to get his yacht through. I want to remind everybody, let's play a clip from my interview with an Amazon worker a couple months ago. Here's how some of the Amazon workers in New York are living. The PR that Amazon puts out there, you get all these commercials that are rainbows and sunshines, and they're helping people through school, and it's wonderful being an Amazon worker. Well, there's a lot of people that are homeless Amazon workers.
Right. At last count, there were about over 100 cars in this outside parking lot and the inside parking lot, the covered multi-layer lot behind me. And they're there 24/7, including on the holidays, like on Christmas and New Year's Day when there aren't that many people here. They're here 24/7. And I feel for them. I'm one of them. So, we try to advocate, and I'm trying to hook up people with other people so that we can do roommate situations and share expenses and stuff. That also plays into the fact that hourly workers, mostly black and brown employees, do not get promoted. They just don't get promoted. They're not given interviews. Everybody in there in these buildings plays favorites. You have to be a young white male fresh out of college in order to get into a management position here. And it creates a huge us versus them situation in there because a lot of those kids are very spoiled, very racist, very sexist, and they're constantly targeting some of the best employees that Amazon has in there.
You said you're one of them, so you're currently homeless working at Amazon?
Currently am, yeah. I have been homeless for the past, 2.5, almost 3 years that I've been here now. And I haven't been able to afford a place. None of my family's out here. It's mind-boggling because the rest of the country is thinking, well, she's making more than minimum wage. How come she can't afford a place to live? Well, it's because there's no affordable rent out here. And we don't make enough, and we don't get promoted. I've been with the company since 2017. I have an AA degree. I've trained literally hundreds of people since I've been in Jersey and New York, and I've applied over a dozen times for positions at the next level, Tier 3. I can't even get an interview.
So, obviously, economic justice. Amazon corporate and tech workers, they were really struggling at $150,000 a year, had to boost them to $350,000 a year. Jeff Bezos, he's not wealthy enough. We have to dismantle historic bridges to get his super yacht through. And now I don't see the actual John and Jane worker at Amazon getting any boost, while the money, their hard-earned labor More of it's going to, and by the way, I'm not saying like corporate and tech people are evil people. I'm sure they work hard. I'm not saying they're awful people at Amazon or elsewhere, but for them to get whatever that is, that's almost double the pay, while Amazon workers are
Yeah.
getting pittance. It's outrageous.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this is standard though, right? If you can get a worker doing what she's doing, I'm speaking as a capitalist here, folks. I'm speaking as the man here, right? If you can get those kind of workers on the cheap, you're going to do it, because what is that? That is capitalism. That is business 101. Whenever you can pay someone less, pay them less. And ultimately, the problem is the competition for the IT sector is a lot more steep. There's a lot more competition. So what do they have to do? They have to keep it in line with the competition. So they raise those prices up. And this is why unions are so damn important. If you don't have that, you're not going to have anything, because their goal is to always, always, always maximize profit. And you got no leg to stand on if you're in the path of the profit making machine. You've got no chance. So you need a union. Got to have a union.
But at
And
least
fuck
the
Bezos,
economy's
by the way, with the bridge. I mean, sorry, excuse my French, but fuck Bezos, really. I mean, take your damn dinghy underneath the bridge. You don't need to take the goddamn yacht through there. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Well, at least we're building back better. At least the economy is booming. At least GDP is up. At least the stock market is doing wonderful, because that's what I hear. So apparently the economy is booming if you're a tech or corporate worker at Amazon. Thanks for watching, and make sure to tune in to Status Coup's daily live stream Monday through Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern time and Fridays at 4 o'clock Eastern time.